Hey there. Okay, all my pages have dried and they're looking very good. I love them. I wish I would have had my pink though, that's the only thing. I have some pink, but it's not my favorite pink. I have a fuchsia bright pink. Either way, I love how they came out. So now you're going to take your pages and you're going to fold them inward. In other words, the white is going to be on the outside, the back of the page, and the color is going to be on the inside. So just fold them in half and then use a bone folder or your scissor to kind of score the edge so they will lay flat and have a nice crease. I did mine already. I pre-did mine before I came back on. But it's okay to do it again because you want it to be scored. So you have a nice crease for when you make your book. Okay, so I did all my pages. I folded them and scored them at the edge. Now I'm going to place this under a book with my 10-pound weight. And I'm going to let it sit for a couple hours. And then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so now I have my pages that I've folded and scored. And I have my glue. This is PVC glue. I get it on Amazon. And we use this because if you use something like Elmer's or other glue, after it dries, it can crack. Well, this has like a flexible finish when it's done. So as you flip the pages, it's not going to crack. It's going to bend. It's like a vinyl. It turns into like a vinyl. So this is the glue we use. I use this one, Lineco. And this big bottle is $20 on Amazon. And you can also use this for other things. I use this for adhering art to canvas or, you know, things that I really want a nice binding finish that's not going to crack or be lumpy or anything like that. So that's why this is good. Okay, and I put it into my old tacky glue bottle because I just like it. It used to have a squeeze top, but it got all mangled, so now I just have this and I pour it on here, but it's just easier to manage, so that's why it's in the tacky glue bottle. I have to get a new bottle though, but anyway. And I have a brush. And I'm going to work fast because after I add the glue, I'm going to be sticking it in between my books with my, it's actually a 15-pound weight. So I'm going to work kind of fast. And I'm just going to glue the pages and stack them on top of each other. So I'm not going to be talking as much while I'm doing this. All right. So I'm going to put on a nice amount. Not too much though, but... And I'm going to brush it on. Try to get all the way to the edge, but not off the edge. Just to the edge. And I spread it nice so there's no lump. And then I lay this on top of it. Make sure you have the right side. All of them open to that side. And I'm going to stack it on here like that so it's a perfect fit all the way around. And then I'm going to glue, and I'm going to keep just going like this in layers. But I'm not going to finish the whole stack because I do it in two parts. I'm going to do maybe 4 here. Then I'm going to put them, and you got to keep, they move a little because the glue is wet. So as you press down, they slide. So you want to make sure that they are stacked perfectly when you put them under your book. And the reason why you want to put it under the book quickly, under the weight I should say, is because if you don't, the glue can dry with the pages warped. I want them to dry totally flat as can be. So that's why I want to put them under the book and the weight very quickly, because this glue dries pretty quickly. Now we're going to leave this for a lot, maybe 6 hours under the book, because I want to make sure it's 100% dry before I take it out. See, if I had the squeeze bottle, it would be so much better, but I have to get a new squeeze bottle. Anyway, so I'm doing 4 or 5 here. I don't know what I've put so far. I think 4. And then I'm going to take, see, it's already starting to warp a little, so you can see. So I'm going to put 1 more on here. Make sure it opens to the right side. I'm going to stack them. Make sure the edges are even. This dries pretty fast as far as being able to move it around. See, like mine's a little off. See, I have 1 page that went in a little bit. Open it up to make sure it's going to open nicely. I have 1 that, see, it's already starting to dry a little. I got to pull it apart because it was a little warped how I did it. Now I'm going to take this stack and put it right under my weight. I have my book right here, and this is the weight I use. It's 15 pounds and it's very heavy. So I put my little stack under there. Now I'm going to work on this stack. Gets a little messy working with this. I used to just take the squirt bottle when I had the tip, and I used to just go like that and then put the papers on. But it left like a little bit of a thick ridge. So that's why I started using the paintbrush. But you can use a squirt bottle and squirt it on very quickly and then take the paintbrush and smooth it. Because you don't want any thick lumps in between the pages. Even though this is watercolor paper, if there's thick ridges in here, it won't look good. All right, so now I have my second stack. Make sure it's all even. It is. Just press it a little down. And now this stack is going to go in my book. And that's all for now. I'm going to let that dry and I'll be back. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, hi, I'm back. Here's my 2 sections. They're very flat, as you see. I'm going to put them back. I leave these overnight. When I'm done with the whole book, I put it back under the books for overnight, just to make sure that the glue is dry and they're going to be nice and flat. And sometimes you might get a little, I see a little bit of a, no, it's not a lump or anything. It's just a little bit wavy. Not too much, though. But after I put it in overnight, it'll be fine. And sometimes I spritz with water when I put it back into the book. Anyway, I have my 2 sections now. So I'm going to add the glue. I usually work, now this book only has a few pages. But sometimes I make it with 20 or 30 pages. And I always do it in sections. I'll do 5 at a time, put it under the book. 4, 4, 4, 5, whatever. So then at the end, when you're all done with your sections, then you put the sections together. So I'm going to put these 2 sections together now. I don't have a clean brush. That's okay. I was just working on a different project, so I wasn't prepared to have a clean brush, but that's okay because you're not going to see it. And that's it. I'm going to put these 2 together now and back under my weight. And it's a little book, but it's just a cute little book that doesn't have a lot of pages. And I really just want to show you the process. Now, I've done this with maybe an 1.5 inches thick. I've done it with mixed media paper. not just watercolor paper. I've done it with stitched collage papers that I do. So any kind of paper I have that I want to use, I've done that. I'll even mix. I'll do some watercolor, some mixed media, some stitched collage papers. But you follow the same process. Always fold it inwards on itself so the design is on the inside, and then you glue the outside. Okay, so I'm going to put this back under my book, and I will be back. Bye-bye.